Managing a team isn't just about delegating tasks or tracking performance. It's about leading people effectively. As a line manager, you're the direct link between leadership and employees, responsible for ensuring your team is productive, engaged, and motivated. Here's the challenge. Being a great manager isn't just about knowing the business. It's about knowing how to bring out the best in people. Maybe you've just stepped into a managerial role, or maybe you've been leading a team for a while but want to refine your approach. Either way, the difference between an average manager and an effective one is huge. Welcome back to the Industry Portal, where our goal is to advance your career. In this video, we're breaking down the 5 key strategies that will help you become a line manager that not only gets results, but also builds a team that thrives. So let's dive in. The first and most fundamental skill is building trust and strong relationships. Think about it. Who are you more likely to work hard for? A manager who checks in only when something goes wrong, or one who genuinely supports your growth and respects your input? Trust isn't built overnight. It comes from consistent actions, keeping your word, being transparent, and showing your team that you have their backs. One of the best ways to do this is through regular check-ins, not just about work, but about your team's well-being. A simple question like, how's everything going for you this week? Can go a long way in showing your team that you care beyond just the numbers. Another crucial element of trust is psychological safety, creating an environment where people feel comfortable speaking up without fear of being judged or punished. If employees are afraid to share concerns or admit mistakes, they'll stay quiet, and that silence can lead to poor decision-making and disengagement. One way to foster this: model vulnerability yourself. If you don't know the answer to something, say so. If you make a mistake, own it. When your team sees that you value honesty and continuous improvement over perfection, they'll follow suit. Once trust is in place, the next step to being an effective line manager is setting clear expectations and accountability. Have you ever worked on projects where roles weren't clearly defined? It's frustrating. People start duplicating work, deadlines get missed, and everyone gets stressed. That's why one of your biggest responsibilities as a manager is making sure your team knows exactly what's expected of them. This starts with clarity in communication. Every team member should understand their role, their responsibilities, and how their work contributes to the bigger picture. If you assume people know what's expected but never actually communicate it, you're setting them up for confusion. A great way to avoid this: use the SMART goal framework. Make sure expectations are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying improve customer response times, say reduce average response time from 12 hours to 6 hours by the end of Q2. This level of clarity helps your team stay focused and aligned. And here's something critical. Setting expectations isn't just about giving instructions. It's also about accountability. If deadlines aren't met or performance slips, it's your job to address it early. But instead of blaming, approach it as a coaching opportunity. A great question to ask is, what's getting in the way of your success and how can I support you? This way, you hold people accountable while also giving them tools to improve. Now let's talk about something many managers struggle with: giving effective feedback. Feedback isn't just about pointing out mistakes. It's about helping people grow. And yet so many managers either avoid it entirely or only give feedback when something goes wrong. The best managers make feedback a continuous conversation. A simple formula that works is the following: the SBI model: situation, behavior, impact. Instead of saying, your reports are too vague, try this. In last week's meeting, situation, your report didn't include key data points, behavior, which made it harder for the team to make decisions, impact. Next time, let's ensure all reports include XYZ so we can move faster. See the difference? It's clear, specific, and actionable without being harsh or personal. But here's where most managers go wrong. They only focus on what needs improvement and forget to recognize what's going well. People need to know when they're doing a great job. Recognition isn't just about boosting morale, it reinforces the behaviours you want to see more of. So when you notice a team member handling a difficult client well, hitting a tough deadline, or supporting a colleague, call it out. A simple, "Hey, I really appreciate how you handled that situation today," can have a huge impact on motivation. Another key skill of effective line managers, developing and empowering your team. Great managers don't just manage, they coach. Your job isn't to micromanage every task, it's to help your team build the skills they need to succeed. And the best way to do this is by delegating strategically. Too many managers fall into the trap of doing everything themselves because it feels easier. But if you're always the bottleneck, you're holding both yourself and your team back. Instead, start delegating tasks that challenge your team members and can help them grow. Let's say you have a team member who's great at problem solving, but hasn't had much exposure to client meetings. Instead of handling every client call yourself, involve them in the next one. Give them a role. Maybe they take notes for the first time, then lead part of the discussion the next time. This not only builds their confidence, but also prepares them for bigger responsibilities in the future. And don't forget to support career development. Have regular conversations about your team's growth. Ask them where they see themselves in a year or what skills they want to build. If you invest in their progress, they'll be more engaged and motivated to perform at their best. Finally, a great manager knows how to adapt and stay resilient. Not every day will go smoothly. Projects will hit roadblocks, tensions will arise, and unexpected challenges will test your patience. The best line managers stay flexible and solution-oriented instead of getting overwhelmed by problems. If a deadline suddenly moves up, instead of panicking, focus on what's within your control. Can you reprioritize tasks, shift resources, adjust expectations? Your team will take cues from your response. If you stay calm and proactive, they will too. So let's recap on the key strategies. Firstly, build trust and strong relationships. Without trust, leadership is impossible. Show up consistently and support your team beyond just their tasks. Set clear expectations and accountability. So define roles, communicate goals, and ensure your team knows exactly what's expected. Give effective feedback, both constructive and positive. Regular feedback helps your team improve and stay motivated. Develop and empower your team. Delegate responsibilities that challenge them and support their career growth. Stay adaptable and lead by example. When challenges arise, be the calm, solution-focused leader your team needs. Which of these do you think is the most important for managers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more videos just like this one. If you're interested in learning more about career development, be sure to check out the industryportal.com link in the description below. As always, keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.